We're going to look at some problems here with the distributive property. What we're trying to do is simplify these expressions. These are expressions, not equations, so we're not solving anything, we're just trying to simplify. So using the distributive property, we have a number outside the parentheses. We're going to multiply it into the numbers inside the parentheses. So for number 1, we're going to do 6 times 1 minus 6 times 5m. So 6 times 1 is 6, minus, and then 6 times 5 is 30. So this is 6 minus 30m. Those are not like terms, so we can't combine them, so that would be our final answer. Number 2, same idea, we're distributing. A little different on this problem is we have a negative on the outside, and also they're subtracting on the inside. So one option you have here, anytime they're subtracting, you can add the opposite. So if we add the opposite, we're going to do negative 2 times 1 plus negative 2 times negative 5v. So that would be negative 2 plus, this is a negative times negative is a positive 10v. So negative 2 plus 10v would be our answer for that problem. Number 3. 3 times 4 and 3 times 3r. So that would be 12 plus 9r. And number 4, a little simpler again because we don't have negatives to deal with. And this would be 18r plus 24. Number 5, distributing again, so this would be 4 times 8n plus 4 times 2, so 32n plus 8. Number 6, there's not a number there, so we can put a 1 next to that. So it's like we're distributing a negative 1. Also inside the parentheses, you can add the opposite. So we could do negative 1 times negative 2 plus negative 1 times negative n. Negative times negative would be a positive 2 plus, again, we got a negative times a negative, that would be a 1n or just n. If you wanted to put a 1 next to the n here, you can as well. But anyway, our final answer would be 2 plus 1n. Number 7, distributing the negative 6. So this would be negative 42k plus negative 66, or negative 42k minus 66. You can write it either way, would be fine. And number 8, this would be negative 21n plus negative 3, or negative 21n minus 3. Number 9, going to distribute the negative 6 here. Be negative 6 plus negative 66b, or you could have negative 6 minus 66b. Number 10, you can add the opposite here if you want. This would be negative 10a plus, this is a negative times negative, would be a positive 50. Number 11, would be negative 3 plus negative 6v, or you could have negative 3 minus 6v. Number 12, distributing the negative 4. Be negative 12x plus negative 8, or negative 12x minus 8. Number 13 is a little bit different. We've got this negative 2n behind our parentheses. What we can do is we can use the commutative property, change the order. and we can bring the -2 out in front. It's kind of the idea of like 4 times 2 is equal to 2 times 4. It's kind of the same idea on this one, changing the order. In the parentheses, if you want to add the opposite there, might not be a bad idea as well. And this would be -6. Negative times negative is a positive, so -6 plus 14k. Number 14, you can go ahead and distribute that. Would be -160x plus -400, or you could have -160x minus 400. Number 15, you may want to switch this around. It's being multiplied by -15. That dot in between there means they're multiplying. So we can go ahead and distribute the -15. So -105. So -105 plus -285b, or you could have -105 minus 285b. Number 16, again, you may want to switch it around, bring that 14 out in front. And that would be 14x plus 14. And again, these problems are just on distributing, basically. These are just expressions, no equal signs, so there's nothing that we can solve. I'm going to show in a minute here, just go through the answers quickly in case you missed anything the first time. So here are the answers. There's 1 through 6, and then I'm going to scroll down. There's 7 through 12, and 13 through 16. So this gives you an idea of how to use the distributive property.